There has been growing confusion across America about how Social Security benefits are adjusted once someone reaches their full retirement age, FRA, and it's leading to a lot of misinformation, especially among seniors who depend on these payments to survive. Many older Americans, especially those who began collecting their benefits early at 62 or 63, are now wondering if their checks will automatically increase when they hit their FRA. The reality, however, is more complicated than the rumors suggest. To fully understand what's true and what isn't, we need to take a closer look at how the Social Security Administration, SSA, actually handles benefit adjustments and why some seniors might see a small increase later in life while others do not. Before diving deeper into this topic, let me introduce the space where we bring clarity to confusion. Truth Lens. Here on this channel, we go beyond the headlines to explain how Social Security, Medicare, and other critical programs truly work. For millions of seniors across America living on fixed incomes, every dollar counts. Many are struggling to keep up with rising housing costs, medical bills, and grocery prices, even after a lifetime of hard work. Truth Lens is dedicated to those seniors who have spent their lives contributing to this country and now find themselves fighting to make ends meet. We bring you the facts, the numbers, and the truth straight and unfiltered so that you can understand exactly what's happening with your benefits. Let's start by addressing one of the biggest rumors surrounding Social Security. Rumor number one. If you take your benefits early, say at age 62, your payment will automatically bump up to the full retirement amount once you hit your FRA. This rumor is completely false. When you claim your benefits early, you lock in that reduction permanently. The SSA does not automatically raise your benefit to the full amount when you reach your FRA. The early reduction you accepted stays with you for life, although there are certain exceptions where adjustments may slightly increase your check, and we'll cover that shortly. Now, rumor number two claims that if you take early Social Security, but some of your checks are withheld because you earn too much from working, the money will all be paid back to you once you reach your full retirement age. This rumor is also false, though it's easy to understand why people might believe it. There is a rule, a little known one, that can result in a small increase in your benefit once you reach FRA. But it doesn't mean the SSA simply hands back all the withheld money. Instead, the SSA uses a process called the Adjustment to the Reduction Factor, ARF, which recalculates your benefit if you had months where your payments were withheld due to the earnings penalty. To understand this adjustment, let's go back to how the earnings penalty works. When you start collecting Social Security before your FRA, you're subject to income limits on how much you can earn from work without having part of your benefits withheld. In 2025, that earnings threshold is $23,400. For every $2 you earn over that limit, the SSA withholds $1 from your benefits. This is called the retirement earnings test. For example, imagine someone named Hank who is 65 and receiving early Social Security benefits. He plans to earn $33,400 in 2025. That's $10,000 over the limit. Because of this, $5,000, half the excess, must be withheld from his Social Security payments that year. Now let's connect that to the reduction factor for early retirement. Social Security reduces your benefits for every month you start receiving payments before your full retirement age. The formula is complicated. 0.05% for each of the first 36 months and 0.05% for each additional month. But to make it simple, it works out to roughly 0.5% per month. So if Hank's full retirement age is 67 and he started collecting at 65, that's 24 months early, meaning his benefits were reduced by about 12%. If his full retirement benefit was $2,800, he'd receive about $2,464 each month, or 88% of his full amount. Now, here's where the ARF adjustment comes in. Suppose Hank had some of his benefits withheld because he earned too much in 2025 and 2026. Let's say the SSA withheld the equivalent of 2 months worth of payments each year. By the time he turns 67, Hank will have missed out on 4 months of checks. The AERF program recognizes that he didn't actually receive benefits for those 4 months before his FRA, and it recalculates his reduction factor accordingly. So instead of being treated as if he received 24 months of reduced benefits, he's only counted as having received 20 months. His early retirement reduction is therefore adjusted from 12% to 10%, effectively increasing his benefit by about 2% once he reaches full retirement age. If his monthly check was $2,464, it might rise to about $2,513. It's not a massive boost, but it's a welcome adjustment for retirees who continue to work and lose part of their benefits due to the earnings penalty. It's important to note that this ARF adjustment happens automatically. Seniors don't need to fill out forms or contact the SSA to request it. Once you reach your FRA, the SSA software runs the ARF calculation, which adjusts your benefit based on how many months of payments were withheld. However, it often takes a few months after your FRA for this recalculation to be processed. When it's complete, beneficiaries usually receive an unexpected payment representing the back pay owed to them from the adjustment, followed by a small increase in their monthly benefit going forward. For many seniors living paycheck to paycheck, even a small boost like this can make a real difference. Every extra dollar matters when you're on a fixed income and trying to stretch your Social Security to cover bills, medication, and food. Many older Americans have already seen their budgets shrink dramatically under the weight of inflation. Rent, utilities, and healthcare costs have all climbed faster than their Social Security checks. And while the annual cost of living adjustment, COLA, offers some relief, many seniors say their money still doesn't go as far as it once did. In communities across America, seniors are struggling just to stay afloat. Some are returning to work, not because they want to, but because they have to. They're taking part-time jobs to cover medical bills or help their grandchildren. Others are choosing between paying for prescriptions or groceries. For these Americans, understanding every aspect of Social Security, or including adjustments like the ARF, is essential. The program is not just a retirement benefit, it's a financial lifeline that keeps millions out of poverty. Many of these same seniors are still recovering from the economic aftershocks of the pandemic and years of inflation that have eroded the value of their savings. Some have seen their modest retirement nest eggs disappear due to rising costs, leaving Social Security as their only dependable income. That's why even small or automatic adjustments like the ARF mean so much. They may not fully restore financial stability, but they represent fairness, recognizing that if you didn't actually receive your benefits for certain months, you shouldn't be penalized for it forever. The truth is, Social Security was designed to be flexible enough to adjust to life circumstances, whether you retire early, continue working, or experience periods of withheld payments. The AORF process is one of those behind-the-scenes mechanisms that ensures fairness, though many beneficiaries don't even realize it's happening. When that unexpected letter and check arrive after full retirement age, it's often met with confusion or surprise, but it's simply the system making things right. As we look ahead, the importance of Social Security for America's aging population cannot be overstated. More than